Imagine this. It's a calm, golden morning. A senior sits peacefully at the kitchen table, enjoying a familiar breakfast. 2 perfectly cooked eggs, a piece of toast, maybe a glass of soy milk, or a warm cup of tea. The light is soft, the mood comforting. But as the minutes pass, something changes. The smile fades. There's a subtle frown, a slow rub of the stomach, a sigh of fatigue. Something's not quite right. Eggs are celebrated as a nutritional powerhouse, a staple we've trusted for decades. Rich in protein, full of essential vitamins like B12 and D, and incredibly versatile in the kitchen. But here's the surprising truth. It's not just what you eat, it's what you eat it with. What if I told you that combining eggs with a few common foods, things we reach for every morning without a second thought, might be quietly undermining your energy, your digestion, even your long-term health? This isn't scare talk. This is science. And it's something almost no one is talking about. Most of us were taught to eat eggs with toast, or cheese, or even tea. But some of these combinations, though traditional, may actually block your body from absorbing key nutrients, trigger inflammation, or tax your digestion more than you realize. So in today's video, we're going to crack this mystery wide open. You'll discover 6 everyday foods that should not be paired with eggs. And more importantly, why? We're not here to take eggs off your plate. Quite the opposite. By understanding how food combinations affect your body, you'll learn how to eat eggs in a way that makes them even more powerful for your heart, your muscles, your brain, and your energy. This is especially important as we get older, when digestion slows and nutrient absorption becomes more critical to health, independence, and quality of life. So if you've ever felt bloated, foggy, or just a little off after breakfast, but never quite knew why, this may be the video that finally makes it all click. By the end, you'll walk away not just with 6 food pairings to avoid, but with simple, delicious alternatives that make every egg dish work for your body, not against it. Let's get started. And if this topic already speaks to you, hit that like button and comment below. Do you eat eggs every morning? Have you ever felt off afterward? I'd love to hear your story, because this community is all about growing wiser and feeling better together. Food. 1. Eggs and soy milk. Protein overload alert. Picture this. A bright, well-set breakfast table. On one side of the screen, a plate of scrambled eggs, a slice of toast, and a tall glass of soy milk. Looks wholesome, right? But then, we cut to the inside of the body, a digital animation of the digestive system. Proteins are flooding in. The enzymes are working overtime. Everything slows. The system strains. Here's what's really going on. Eggs and soy milk are both rich sources of protein. Eggs provide high-quality, complete protein. Soy milk, often considered a healthy alternative to dairy, also packs a protein punch. But consuming them together? It might be too much of a good thing, especially first thing in the morning, and especially for older adults. As we age, our digestive capacity naturally declines. The enzymes responsible for breaking down protein become less efficient. So when you stack protein on top of protein, like eggs and soy milk in one sitting, you risk overwhelming your digestive system. That often leads to bloating, gas, sluggish digestion, or even fatigue soon after eating. And there's another hidden cost: reduced nutrient absorption. When your system is overloaded, it may not absorb important nutrients like iron, biotin, or calcium as effectively, even if you're eating all the right foods. Over time, that can affect everything from your energy levels to your immune system to the health of your hair and skin. So what's the solution? You don't have to give up eggs, and you don't have to swear off milk alternatives. But consider switching the pairing. If you're eating eggs, Reach for almond milk, oat milk, or even herbal tea instead of soy milk. These options are easier on digestion and contain less protein, allowing your body to fully process the nutrients in your eggs without the extra load. Another tip? Spread your protein intake throughout the day. Instead of front-loading at breakfast, have smaller portions at each meal. Your body will thank you with better digestion, steadier energy, and greater nutrient utilization. Remember, just because two foods are healthy on their own doesn't mean they belong together. It's not only what you eat, it's how you combine it that truly matters. Food. 2. Eggs and tea. Nutrient absorption blocker. It's a familiar, comforting scene. A peaceful morning, sunlight filtering through the curtains, and a warm plate of eggs next to a steaming cup of tea. For many, this is the breakfast ritual that starts the day. But hidden beneath that calm moment is a nutritional conflict that most people never notice. Let's take a closer look. Cut to a digital animation inside the digestive tract. Bright strands of protein from the eggs, vital iron molecules, all making their way through the system. Then, enter tannins, naturally occurring compounds from the tea. They begin to bind tightly to those nutrients, clumping them together, making them harder for the body to absorb. Here's the science behind it. Tea, especially black and green varieties, contains tannins. These compounds have antioxidant properties, but they also have a darker side. They bind to proteins and iron, forming complexes your body struggles to break down. What that means is simple but important. You may not be absorbing the full benefit of your breakfast. For seniors, this has even greater consequences. Iron is essential for energy production, oxygen transport, and brain function. Protein supports muscle maintenance, immune strength, and overall vitality. When these nutrients are blocked, you could feel more fatigued, experience mental fog, or even develop subtle deficiencies over time, without realizing your tea might be playing a part. But don't worry, you don't have to give up tea to protect your nutrition. The key is timing. To preserve the full value of your eggs, drink your tea at least 30 to 60 minutes before or after your meal. That simple adjustment can significantly improve how your body absorbs the proteins, iron, and other micronutrients from your food. Want an alternative that pairs better with breakfast? Try warm water with lemon, or a cup of chamomile or peppermint tea, herbal options that don't contain tannins and won't interfere with digestion. You'll still enjoy a soothing beverage without compromising your nutrient intake. Remember, it's not just about choosing healthy foods. It's about making smart combinations that work with your body, not against it. When it comes to eggs and tea, a little spacing can go a long way in protecting your energy, your clarity, and your long-term health. Food. Number 3. Eggs and sugar. The harmful duo. It's hard to resist the warmth of a freshly made custard, a sweet omelet sprinkled with sugar, or those soft, golden egg tarts that bring back childhood memories. These comforting dishes often blend eggs and sugar into what feels like the perfect bite: rich, sweet, nostalgic. But as we age, it's more important than ever to look beyond taste and understand what's really happening when we mix these two ingredients. Let's start with the science. When eggs, rich in high-quality proteins and amino acids, are cooked with sugar, a reaction known as the Maillard reaction occurs. While this reaction is responsible for the appealing browning and aroma we love in baked goods and pan-seared foods, it also produces advanced glycation end products, or AGEs. These are compounds that, when consumed in excess, can increase inflammation in the body, contribute to oxidative stress, and even accelerate the aging process at the cellular level. For seniors, this matters even more. As the body ages, its ability to repair itself slows down. Chronic inflammation becomes a more serious threat, contributing to heart disease, joint pain, memory decline, and other age-related conditions. So while a sweet egg dish might seem innocent, repeatedly consuming eggs with added sugars could quietly fuel the very health issues we're trying to avoid. But it's not just about long-term effects. There's also the blood sugar impact. Eggs on their own have a near zero glycemic index. They don't spike blood sugar levels. But pair them with refined sugar, and that changes dramatically. The sugar can cause a quick glucose spike, followed by a crash that leaves you feeling tired, foggy, or irritable. Over time, these fluctuations increase the risk of insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes, especially for those already managing high blood sugar. Does that mean you have to give up sweet egg dishes entirely? Not at all. The key is moderation and better choices. If you enjoy sweet flavors, try using natural sweeteners like stevia, monk fruit, or a small drizzle of honey instead of refined white sugar. These options are less likely to trigger blood sugar spikes and don't contribute as strongly to the formation of AGEs when cooked. Another smart tip: balance sweet dishes with fiber-rich ingredients. If you're making a sweet omelet, pair it with fresh fruit, chia seeds, or a side of whole grains to slow down the sugar's impact. Or better yet, shift your routine towards savory egg-based meals that are rich in vegetables, herbs, and healthy fats. Scrambled eggs with spinach, soft boiled eggs with avocado toast, or an omelet with mushrooms and olive oil all offer better nutritional balance without sacrificing flavor. At the end of the day, eggs are a powerful ally in your nutrition, packed with protein, vitamins like B12 and D, and antioxidants like lutein. But their benefits depend on what you pair them with. Sugar, though sweet in the moment, can silently undermine the very health you're trying to protect. So the next time you reach for that sugar jar while cracking your eggs, pause and consider: is this combo serving your body or slowly working against it? With just a few simple swaps, you can continue to enjoy your favorite meals while nourishing your body for the long run. Food. Number 4. Eggs and red meat. Digestive overload. Imagine this: a classic breakfast of sunny-side-up eggs with a thick, juicy steak on the side. It looks indulgent, protein-rich, and for many people, it's the epitome of a satisfying morning meal. But beneath the surface of that hearty plate lies a combination that may be too much for your digestive system to handle, especially as you age. Let's break it down. Eggs and red meat are both dense sources of protein and fat. On their own, they each offer valuable nutrients. Eggs bring choline, B vitamins, and healthy fats. Red meat provides iron, zinc, and vitamin B12. However, when consumed together in the same meal, the body is forced to digest a significant load of animal protein and saturated fat all at once. This creates a situation of digestive overload, especially for seniors, whose metabolism and enzyme activity naturally slow down over time. The result? That heavy feeling in your stomach. Sluggishness, bloating, fatigue. Instead of fueling your morning, the combination may actually weigh you down, forcing your digestive system to work overtime. That effort redirects energy that your body could use for focus, mobility, or healing, leaving you feeling tired rather than energized. But it's not just about how you feel in the short term. Over time, frequent pairing of eggs and red meat, especially processed red meats like bacon or sausage, can increase your risk of heart disease, high cholesterol, and inflammation. This is particularly important for those managing cardiovascular health, diabetes, or gut sensitivity, where heavy, high-fat meals can trigger symptoms or disrupt long-term healing. So what's the smarter strategy? First, you don't have to give up eggs or red meat completely. It's about being strategic with how and when you enjoy them. Consider separating these two nutrient-dense foods into different meals across the day or week, rather than combining them into one. Better yet, pair your eggs with lighter, fiber-rich sides that actually support digestion and nutrient absorption. Sautéed spinach, roasted sweet potatoes, steamed broccoli, or whole grain toast are excellent options that bring antioxidants, fiber, and slow-burning energy to the plate. These foods not only lighten the load on your digestive system, but also help regulate blood sugar and cholesterol, making your breakfast both satisfying and smart. For those who love a savory breakfast, try an egg and vegetable scramble, or pair your eggs with avocado and quinoa, a delicious, heart-friendly combo that keeps you full without slowing you down. And if you really crave that steak or bacon, save it for a later meal and balance it with plenty of greens and hydration. Here's the big takeaway. Just because two foods are healthy on their own doesn't mean they work best together. By understanding how your body processes different nutrients, especially as you age, you can build meals that energize rather than exhaust you. So next time you see a big breakfast platter loaded with eggs and red meat, ask yourself, is this fueling my vitality or stealing it? With small shifts, you can still enjoy your favorite foods, just in a way that honors your digestion, supports your energy, and protects your long-term health. Food. 5. Eggs and dairy products. Digestive distress. Let's paint a familiar scene. It's Sunday morning, and someone is enjoying a big, cheesy omelet, maybe with a side of buttered toast and a glass of cold milk. It seems like a wholesome, protein-rich breakfast. But for many, this popular pairing could be a hidden source of digestive discomfort, especially as we age. Eggs and dairy are both animal-based proteins, and while each can be beneficial on its own, consuming them together can create a heavier load for your digestive system. Think of it like giving your stomach two jobs at once. Both eggs and dairy require different types of enzymes to break down, and when combined, they can interfere with each other's digestion. What does that look like in real life? Bloating, gas, sluggishness, or even nausea, especially common in those with lactose intolerance or mild dairy sensitivity. And here's the surprising part. Many people over 60 start developing lactose sensitivity even if they never had it before. The body produces less lactase, the enzyme needed to digest lactose, as we age, making it harder to break down milk and cheese properly. On top of that, the high fat content in some cheeses, cream, and whole milk can slow gastric emptying, meaning food stays in your stomach longer. This doesn't just make you feel full, it can lead to acid reflux, indigestion, and nutrient malabsorption. So while your plate might look balanced, your body might be struggling to handle the combination. But the concern doesn't end at digestion. Emerging studies show that excessive intake of saturated fat and animal protein in one meal, especially from multiple sources like eggs and dairy, can contribute to inflammation, insulin resistance, and increased cardiovascular strain. For older adults, managing heart health, diabetes, or metabolic issues, these meals can unintentionally work against your wellness goals. So, does that mean you need to give up cheesy eggs forever? Not necessarily. The key is mindful moderation and better timing. Here are a few easy adjustments. Skip the milk when you're having eggs. Try herbal tea, infused water, or non-dairy alternatives like unsweetened almond or oat milk, which are easier on the stomach and don't interfere with protein digestion. If you love cheese in your eggs, use a small amount of aged cheese like Parmesan or Feta. These contain lower lactose and richer flavor, meaning you can use less without sacrificing taste. Consider separating your dairy and egg intake. For example, have a boiled egg with avocado toast for breakfast and save the yogurt or milk for a mid-morning snack or afternoon smoothie. Or swap the cheese in your omelet for nutrient-dense vegetables like spinach, mushrooms, or bell peppers. You'll add fiber, antioxidants, and flavor without the digestive burden. Most importantly, listen to your body. If you regularly feel uncomfortable after eating eggs with dairy, don't dismiss it as just getting older. It could be your body's way of asking for a gentler, more supportive combination. At the end of the day, eggs are a fantastic food, rich in protein, vitamins, and brain-boosting choline. But what you pair them with determines how much benefit your body actually receives. So the next time you reach for that cheesy omelet and glass of milk, pause for a moment and ask, will this nourish me or weigh me down? With just a few thoughtful swaps, you can keep eggs on the menu and feel better after every bite. Food. 6. Eggs and fruits, especially melons. Digestive dissonance. It's a scene that feels light and healthy. A breakfast plate with a soft-boiled egg, a slice of toast, and a colorful bowl of fruit salad, including sweet cantaloupe, watermelon, or honeydew. On the surface, it looks like a smart choice. But here's the surprising truth. This combination may actually be doing more harm than good for your digestive system, especially if you're over 60. While eggs are rich in protein and fats, melons and many fruits are made up mostly of simple sugars and water, and the way your body digests these two food groups couldn't be more different. Eggs digest slowly, requiring strong stomach acids and enzymes to break down the protein and fat. Melons, on the other hand, are digested quickly, moving through your stomach and into your intestines in a short amount of time, unless they're stuck behind slower digesting foods like eggs. What happens when you eat both together? Your melon sits in the stomach waiting for the eggs to finish digesting. That delay often causes fermentation, leading to symptoms like gas, bloating, cramping, and even acid reflux. For many older adults, whose digestive fire naturally weakens with age, this mismatch in digestion speed can create noticeable discomfort, even if both foods are healthy on their own. It's not just melons either. Many watery fruits like grapes, papaya, or citrus can clash with dense protein sources like eggs. The key issue isn't toxicity, it's timing. Your body thrives on efficiency. When you mix foods that digest at very different rates, you make your gut work overtime, and that can drain energy, cause bloating, and reduce the absorption of key nutrients from both foods. So, does this mean you need to give up your morning fruit? Absolutely not. But here's how to enjoy both while supporting better digestion. Number 1, separate your fruit and egg meals. The easiest solution is to eat fruit first, at least 30 to 45 minutes before your protein-based meal. That gives the fruit time to pass through your system without being blocked or delayed. 2, make fruit a mid-morning snack. If you like to start the day with eggs and toast, enjoy your fruit later in the morning when your stomach is less full and can process it more efficiently. Number 3, choose low-water fruits. If combining. If you're determined to eat fruit with breakfast, go for lower-water, high-fiber fruits like apples or berries, which are less likely to ferment and more forgiving when paired with protein. Number 4, listen to your gut. Everyone's digestion is a little different. Some people may feel fine eating eggs and melon together, but if you've noticed a pattern of discomfort, try separating these foods and see how your body responds. The bottom line? Just because foods are healthy doesn't mean they're always better together. Understanding how digestion works allows you to make smarter, more supportive choices, especially as your body becomes more sensitive with age. As your body, empower your health with informed choices. Imagine sitting down to a meal that leaves you feeling light, energized, and satisfied, not bloated or sluggish. Imagine knowing exactly which food pairings support your digestion, your energy, and your well-being. That's the power of informed eating. In this video, you've learned that even the healthiest ingredients, like eggs, fruits, dairy, or soy, can work against your health when combined poorly. But small shifts, like spacing out tea, choosing savory over sweet, or simplifying your plate, can create big changes in how you feel after every meal. The key takeaway? You don't have to overhaul your diet. You just need to pair smartly. So, let's turn this insight into action. Which pairing surprised you the most? Have you tried any of these combinations before? And how did they make you feel? Drop a comment below and let's share what we've learned together. And if you found value in this video, give it a like to help others discover it. Don't forget to subscribe for more health smart videos created with care for people just like you. And share it with someone who might be struggling with digestion or low energy. This simple knowledge might be the turning point they've been looking for. Until next time, eat with purpose, pair with wisdom, and live with energy.